was a little baby snake.
Yeah.
The baby one?
He was-
Usually when there's babies, there's more than one.
Yeah, I know. But
Don't tell him that.
he was playing. He was playing dead.
Last night, there's a frog in the
There's
drawer.
a baby frog. There's a little baby frog.
And I'm like, nope.
Oh,
I'm just
look,
gonna
it's a little
watch it.
baby frog.
And I said, I don't do frogs. I don't care if it's a baby. I don't care what it is.
We have those big toads, though. They're gross.
I've had giant ones this year, making a mess of my center aisle.
Yeah. How do they poop so big when they're so little?
I don't know.
I mean, they look like dog turds.
Yep. Yep.
I'm just saying.
They're big enough I could pick up and put in a manure bucket.
But I was sitting over there watching the frog. You know, Austin goes inside and she goes to the right, take a big frog, take a seat up. And I didn't have the frog. But I just walked in the door and I was like, hey babe, you want to look at the frog? And just did like this. She went, oh, that happened.
I don't do it. I have two frogs. I don't like the way they move
You know, like
around.
spider.
Yeah, I was just thinking over there.
They just freak me out. And if he had that in his hand, they could have just jumped out on me. And that's why it's scary.
I think somebody must have scared you with a frog at some point.
No, I just don't like it.
Okay, see, now you're in good position where, like I said, you could be there all day long. That's the way you want to just walk her around, right? Oh, nice breeze. Love it. What? I know you're not getting the breeze. I'm getting the breeze. I know where to sit in this juke joint. All right, let's go on to our little sitting trot. Make sure she keeps her shoulder standing up nice and square, but you're not making big movements with your hands. You need to just move your wrist over, etc. But you need to open up with your other hand and say, get in this gap over here. So when you do use your wrist, you turn your pinky towards her withers to move her over. Your other hand moves away from the withers in an equal dimension. Looking good. Okay, try not to bump off of her face unless she's pushing on your hands, okay? We're gonna add another little element to this little jog around, and it's gonna be some little jog springs. So I want you to put one jog spring in at the mirror and one over here at the windows. So when you get parallel to the two end walls, you're gonna stop, back up 4 steps, and jog back off.
Oh, not stop, okay, I mirror. I didn't.
The mirror is one side and the windows over here is the other. So 2 times in a circle.
Then
Go right into the back up, 4 steps, jog back off again. Jog off. Gotta walk step in that jog off, right? Make sure she's not just diving down this way. You're in charge of where her shoulders are going.
yeah, I fixed it, but
You can throw a little more energy to it. 2, 3, 4, jog off. Tap, tap, tap. Straight forward. Don't look around the corner if you want her to go straight. Good. Walk step. Try not to make these big releases of your hand, okay? So, you want her to step into our hands. Okay. Good. You don't don't want that big. She should be throwing her head up when she stops. Good job. And step walk, step jog. Good. Good.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
A little something for
Oh.
you.
For me?
Yeah. No, kitty cat's a dog.
Yes.
Randy. Yeah. That was so sweet what you did. I appreciate you doing that.
It was a lot of money and I really liked that. That was gonna be hard. Very good. All right, now just walk. That's starting to look better. Not everything.
Bernie.
Got it all changed, because I never use our change. We never use change, so we get down there to their little machine, and stupid thing wouldn't work. I'd already had been to the bank, and I was just disgusted. I went over there, because that one didn't work, and I came over to KJ's. And she's like, and she spent all this time cleaning out the machine, and then it wouldn't work again. She said, "Trust me, I'll be glad to come through and do it." And she wasn't there, of course, when I got there. So, I don't know if you have, like, just. I'd given her a business card, so maybe she'll relate it, but if she doesn't, that's okay too.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you have problem with the change thing too. I went to the bank, I said 2 or 3 times. The one at KJ's was broken this time. I had this, I hate change. I just wish they would discontinue it altogether.
It's always aggravating.
Weighs your purse in, so you take it and drop it in something. Before you know, it's filled up.
You can't even carry your purse anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, if you could do
You
that
want
for
to put
me,
those in your office?
that would be good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome to. But yeah, good to see you.
You too. All right, we'll just send you a bill as usual.
I will do it.
I appreciate it.
Have a good day. You too. Bye.
All right, so what was different about that little exercise right there? Let's start talking about that. Let's analyze.
Well, back up. A little straighter.
Well, it was a lot straighter, whether it was because you managed it or she's doing better, right? I didn't see her go off to the side.
A big combination of both.
Right. She's allowing you to put your leg on when you feel it go over there a little bit, and then she's not pushing into that leg, right?
Yeah, so, when I really, things are both, I'm really working with her, so that's helped, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So,
All right, let's go back to a big sitting trot. Something that we could post, but we're not going to yet. We're just gonna be doing a sitting trot. Make sure your right hand is actively telling her there's room over here to the right. feet up off the ground. You gotta hold the ground. You gotta stay on the ground. Double bump her face a couple times and tell her, get back here to my seat, slow down, and listen to my button. Now, you have to ride a slower seat instead of pushing so hard. Listen, think about her legs lengthening up. Double bump. There. Good. Now, just slowly press her into your hands. Your hands can't get up in the air. They gotta stay at your hips. Okay. Now just press her, don't kick her. Press her and pluck. Slow pluck. Your hands through your elbows. There. There. Now she's getting relaxed. Okay, lengthen out. That means that her nose stays there and her legs reach past her nose. Legs reach past her nose. I want you to envision that leg swinging up and reaching past her nose. What do you have to do to make that happen?
I don't know.
Pluck and press with your legs just a little bit. And when she extends, when you feel that swing happening, and you can like literally look down there and see that leg starting to swing out. There, you're getting a little more length. There. First of all, you have to be kind of careful that you are just kind of holding her and pressing to her face. Because if you're bumping her face too much, that'll cause her stride to shorten up too. So that's why when I say double bump, it's like a one-time thing just to get her to keep from pushing on you too hard. And then cluck to her and ride behind, like pull your hips back there. Yeah. You know, I know you've watched those dressage riders that ride these big, deep, long trots, right? So their hips are behind their buttocks almost. Their upper body doesn't change, but their hip angle does. All right, so now you can compare, push her up there. Cluck. One cluck. There you go. Okay, we're gonna make a plan here. You're going down this wall by the gate, you're gonna come over the single pole. There's only one pole that you can come over there. Make a line, go over that one pole, keep trotting. You gotta trot bigger to get over it. There you go. Yeah, keep going. And that's your pathway now. You're gonna go over that pole because I want you to feel what you need for a stride to do that. Move her up. Pluck, pluck, pluck. That's it. Yeah. Sit behind it. Push your booty. That's it. So you can feel yourself kind of lofting up and down with your stride, right? With your body. Just kind of keep that. Like you're doing this, right? You just kind of do your ups and downs. You're not actually lifting out of the saddle, but you can control what you're doing with your seat to equate it to her legs. So think about that. How can I make my body position relative to her football? And when you can start opening that stride up, it's going to be a lot easier for you to step off and go into a posting trot if you learn how to get her there. Get up there. Get up there. Ride, big. Yeah. There you go. Ride with your seat. Use your seat bones. I want you to like literally get your seat bones to to help you start feeling that. Very good. Keep going. Got a big, tall pole. If this was a jump, you'd have to have some length and momentum to get up there, right? Get over it. Good job. Okay, now stop a second. Back up. Good. Right there. Good. Girl. But you can see how your body can be a driving force too.
When I break that, see, what I got a little confused about was when I first started to do the sit trot, I was using my seat to get it faster, get the momentum going. It's better turn. And so, but it seemed like I wasn't using it correctly because I wasn't creating the length that you wanted.
I think you were trying to get speed, which you were getting, but it was more like hot footing, what I call it. She was doing that. Whereas length builds from slower. You gotta start slow and slowly inch those legs out there. Okay? So if you just kick it forward up into like hot footing, then you don't ever get the length because you can't create the length out of the speed. You gotta create the length out of the slow.
So that's what I did wrong. I was thinking in my mind, the ramping up, but I might have ramped up too quickly in my mind.
Right.
So I just needed to give it a little bit more acceleration at a different pace.
Right. Just remember, it just comes like a half an inch or an inch at a time, especially on the horses that are used to getting out there and swinging those shoulders that big, right?
So I guess that was trying to differentiate between what you were having, what I had did wrong then to, again, doing the speed and the lengthening seat thing here.
Right.
I thought I was using my seat before, but apparently it was how I.
Right. You gotta extend slowly. So I think you're gonna see on the video, if you'll look at when you just first started, you can compare the length of the strides versus as you got toward the end of it.
Because her sit trot is really comfortable.
Yeah. And that's really nice about her, you know.
She's got a, I sit better to her than I did to Iron Man. I had trouble, I had more of a problem sitting his sit trot, his extended sit trots.
Right. Which makes her a great equitation and horsemanship.
So she's got a really nice, comfortable sit trot where it allows me to sit back, and when you reminded me about the seat and the hips, and then sit back and come from behind.
Right.
And I'm trying not to use too much leg, but I do need to remember to keep my leg on her anyway, you know, because I'm trying to be light there, and maybe a lot of that was a little too light.
Yeah, I think you were just like, you were doing this really fast when you started.
Yeah.
And then she was just like trying to get up off of that.
Yeah.
And it just became something that you had to slow back down. And then if you are using your legs need to be slower like that, or just squeeze.
And the tempos and stuff, so, yeah, so I'll be anxious to get back to the lessons when we started, when I ended here the lesson with the music,
Right.
playing the music and stuff, you know? Because I was thinking about that, I said, boy, that'll be fun.
So like when we're doing our, I wanna like get clear on one thing though, like when we're doing our springs, okay? And you're stop, back, and you're trying to get her to impulse forward, and she's not used to doing these very much. Then you wanna use a little faster leg until she steps that first trot step, and then you're gonna lengthen it. You're gonna slow your legs down.
So I can use a little bit more leg.
So faster leg when you're bringing her out of a back up into that walk forward step, the first trot step, and then
Okay.
build.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well,
There's
I
some
thought I did that
differentiation.
wrong.
Yeah.
So it's okay to do it there.
Yep.
To get that, but the latter ones that were better, I gave it 1 second more to give her time into the walk.
Yep.
And so I gave her like just a smidge extra second. see if I can get that better. So, but, and so that was good. Okay, girl, you can stay here and you can stand. So, okay, right here, girl.
All right, so now we're gonna start walking, and I wanna see you build that trot for me again. You don't have to go in the cold this time. And then once you've built it to a nice pace, we'll go ahead and do a little posting trot.
Okay. Okay. More about my acceleration. On this.
How you're gonna get here. Now, start building it up there. Clup, 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 a slow clup. There you go. Length over, foot palm. That's it. All right, now start posting. That's a lot better. And just hold it down. We're gonna have a slow post. Very nice. Now I want you to also start thinking about your spine and your eyes. We're not gonna lean into our turns. We're gonna rotate our body when we want to turn. That's pretty. See how she flattened out when you did that? Her neck got flatter because you weren't taking her with her shoulder, then she had to try and find balance. She was finding it in her neck and her head. Very good. Very good. Now let's just melt into the wall. A little distracted right there. Just melt into the wall. That was a lot better at getting to your length. Now let's see if we can give her a little bit more rein. See if we can let her nose out while she's walking. It's like walking away in the middle of a conversation.
Who is he?
This is Horse Show Tracker. This morning at 10 o'clock, they started a conversation with me. And then I was telling them some stuff and asked them a question, and then nothing.
He went to lunch.
At 10?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
All right.
The battery died.
Now we're gonna start out back again with our, because we're going a different direction. We're gonna do our sitting trot, stop back, our little springs, and you'll see what I'm talking about, of course we're going a little smaller, tighter jog, right? We're gonna hustle her off of our legs. And we're bringing her back to our little jog, slower, so that she, there. And then ride that, make sure your butt is riding this slow pace. Put your little stop backs in the same places. And then, that was you right there. Keep backing. Keep backing. Alright, and jog. So there's a lot of spots there in this exercise where you're not holding on to her anymore. Okay? So you should be able to keep contact from the walk all the way through the back up, all the way into the jog off.
Yep.
So, but you're releasing at the stop, you're releasing at the end of the back up. Go right in, see you release. Go right into the back up.
Oh,
Keep your
okay.
hands there and step her up. Step up, step up, trot off. There. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Be able to keep that same contact. Yeah. All right, jog off. Step, go. Yeah, better. It doesn't mean that you can't be softer or more firm with your hands, right? But you're not gonna just totally turn it loose. That's you. Turn your body towards the wall. Turn your body towards the wall. That's, yep, keep turning your body. There you go. All right, now jog off. Good. You go to back up, I want you to turn to the wall. Turn to the wall. There you go. Good. All right, now do just what you're doing right there, except don't drag her backwards. You gotta find a softness there, right? I think she's backing up on a little softer hand. She doesn't have to go 100 miles an hour, she just has to go back. Hands off, turn your whole body this way. Turn your whole body. There, good. This is a little bit, what you're getting there is a little bit, it's a little bit of her, but it's a little bit of you. Your whole left hand is a good 6 inches further back than your right hand.
Okay.
Soften up, soften. Yeah, prettier. So as soon as you soften, she kept backing up though, didn't she?
I want it better, but I also want to see it better.
That was like way better the last time.
Oh,
So you just
yeah.
did the same thing, but with a softer hand. And then bottom. There, soften. When she gets right, you gotta soften your hands. You can't just keep pulling back if she doesn't know what's the right answer.
The sad thing is that was credit, there are using my back up and back up.
Yep, short. Get your left hand 4 inches further forward on the rein. Soft. Wait. Soft. Soft. Now soften and step up. Whole body is turned this way. sitting trot. You got a nice length going here now. Actually, we're riding it at a lengthened trot. Awesome. When you're going over that pole, you need to make sure you're behind it, okay? That's kind of like what you're riding right now. You're riding nice behind your horse's movement. An extended trot. Stay there for them going over the pole. Good. Don't worry about what she's doing with her feet. Nice. Good. Now stop right there and sit on her. Good. Pat her. Very
Good
good.
girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Listening. Good.
Good girl.
All right, Austin, read this starting right here. This is today's conversation. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of posting trot so that you can find that pace where you're doing your slow trot. That'll be it for today.
Okay.
A little bit scratchy, scratchy. Finally got a little softer right there, and especially got better when you started getting your hand, your left hand in the
Yeah.
same position as your right hand.
Yeah. I have to work on that. So, go to sit up.
So the sit trot first, Belmont. You didn't practice building your trot. At the sitting trot. There you go. Good job. Much better. Now start your posting. I know, it's like they don't want to talk to you.
But also, they never answered your question.
Exactly. Make sure your legs are coming in and staying a little longer on the down. There. They gotta stay longer than your butt does almost, okay? Press, press, press. I'm gonna call it more like secure your seat, because secure your seat when you bring your leg.
I think that,
There. Anto decided he wanted to make some money today. If she's pushing up against your hands, you need to knock her all the way down in there, even lower, and then get out, instead of like getting her dependent on you bumping her every so many strides, okay? We want to get her to go around there on a softer range. Knock her all the way down, bump, 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 keep going, keep going. That's a little disruptive, it needs to be kind of more, there, now, kind of leave her alone, keep your pace with your seat. Yeah, what you're doing with your seat's not gonna change while you're making corrections front of the saddle. That's much better, much softer. nice stop.